Well, hello and welcome to another live stream. And again, I haven't given anyone any notice about my stream and it started, but I thought I'd do another recording of me sorting out some more exploration type um, tips and tricks. And what I'm doing at the moment is I'm sorting out my FSD upgrades because I'm going to be doing a video on each ship in terms of kitting it out for exploration. And one of the main things that you need to do for that is get the materials for your frame shift drive. Um, there are a number of different things that you need. One of them is data. That data is called data mined wake exceptions, which are quite hard to find. So I have come out to a system which is in famine. And what I will do is I will show you that. So if I go to the galaxy map here, I've got it filtered at the moment by famine. And what you do is you look around for famine systems that are highlighted obviously in pink. And this one in particular that I have found has got a particular element that you need to look for in terms of bodies within that system. And those are called distribution points. So to save time, I've flown, sorry, distribution center. I've flown to a distribution center and I'm here right now. And what that consists of basically is if you've got 3 Type 9 transport ships, and they are basically giving out food aid, whatever you want to call it, to ships that will fly in constantly, and once they've picked up their aid, they will then wake back out. And what we're looking for, of course, is to scan their wakes. In terms of the loadout of my ship, I'm using a courier because it's a very nice, quick, nimble ship, and I have an upgraded frameshift wake scanner, which does very well, thank you very much. It's nearly um, it's 8 kilometers that it'll scan out to, which is great because it means I can just sit. So I can just sit in the middle of all the action and just go around scanning all the wakes. Um, so in that case, I just go to contacts and now look for my high energy FSD wakes. And because I've got a good range on the scanners, I can just scan them from here without having to move around and fly after them. And you'll find that a well-rolled grade 5 wake scanner will pretty much get you what you need. So we just go through the targets and scan them all. Not the most interesting of oh, that was disappeared. That was very unfortunate. Not the most interesting of tasks to perform, but it needs to be done. And we're after data mined wake exceptions. I'm only going to do a few here because then the next thing I want to show you is how to get the other material that you need for your frame shift drive upgrades for level 5, which is arsenic. So atypical, so no, that's not what we want, and they're quite common. And you do have to remember to check and empty your data storage because you can become full of unrequired data very quickly. So anyway, as you can see, I'm scanning it quite a distance there. Atypical again. The standard weight scanner, I believe, gets you out to about 4 kilometers. And if you get a good roll, you can get almost out to 8 kilometers. In fact, that's the maximum you can get, which is ideal for doing this. So it's worth just getting one engineered up so that when you're doing the collecting of your data mine wake exceptions in a situation like this, you don't have to keep flying around chasing after wakes all the time. Although my courier ship is more than capable, it's got a bit of a speed behind it. It doesn't hang about. And this is basically my ship that I use for going and collecting materials and things like that. It keeps you out of trouble if you get interdicted and all that sort of stuff. It's just an ideal ship, really. Anyway, we'll get onto that in a minute. I do have an SRV. I hope I've got an SRV, because yes, I do. So that I can go on to the next part of this, which will be grabbing arsenic. And I'll show you how you can go about finding the best sources for arsenic, and it's using an online database. And I will show you that shortly. Let's see if I can get at least one data mine wake exception before we move on. Yes, and there's a reason why they're rare. But as you can see, just taking a bit of time out, upgrading your wake scanner is worthwhile. It saves you chasing your tail after all the wakes that can appear in one of these distribution centres. Strange wake solutions, not what we want. Okay. I've not figured out any way that you can improve your chances of getting a data mine wake exception. It makes no difference whether you pat your head, put your hand on your knee, put a finger in your ear. It's completely random, and quite often I do find, oh, that one's already waked, I find that you'll get nothing for a long time, and then all of a sudden you'll get two at once, which is quite frustrating. So I've got no wakes at the moment to scale. I've got one now. Where's that there? All right. So that's that. Hopefully I can get one. I will just check my inventory to make sure I'm not getting full on data again. Ah, and it was strange wake solutions. And just as I say that, what happens? I get full on data. So atypical, has just been all of those. What else have I got? That's rather eccentric high-stage trajectories. Get rid of alpha there, don't need those. Essentially just clear some space. What else is very common? Strange wake solutions, that's another common one. Let's just bin off a load of those. Give me a bit more space for some more scanning. It's quite infuriating that you have to keep doing that. But that's the way of the world, I guess. The way of elite. Eccentric. Yeah, and to be honest, one of my little gripes about things like this is I don't see the gameplay element. I don't see the fun here doing this particular task for engineering. I mean, grinding could be fun, but I just don't see any fun in getting these data mine wake exceptions at all. Suppose you could get a bot doing it, but atypical, which is typical. Come on, give me one. Data mined. I've not got that many at the moment anyway. What have I got? 18. And I got diddly squat from that one. Well, isn't this fun, everybody? Thanks for this task. See, inherently, I'm a born and bred explorer on Elite Dangerous, but I'm having to do all this non-exploration tasks to get to do what I want to do, which is exploring. It can be quite frustrating. So anyway, hopefully we'll pick up one data mine wake exception in a moment. Fingers crossed I get two at once, so that I can take them to the roulette wheel of the engineers. It's just awful, isn't it? Just check where the data's at. 444. Come on, be lucky. 3 lots of data mined would be lovely, wouldn't it? Nope. Typical. high wakes at the moment. Oh dear. That's all. This is probably not the most interesting of segments in this video, but if you do want to ask questions or have a two-way conversation in the chat, you'll feel more than free to communicate with me and ask me anything you want about Elite, exploring, tips and tricks, um, anything like that. As I've said, I've got an engineered frame shift weight scanner here so that I can scan it pretty much any distance without running around. So that's one thing I recommend you do. Strange weight solutions. Still nothing that I want. We're out of wakes again. You can sit outside a busy starport and do this as well, but I find you're guaranteed to get plenty of wakes to scan in one of these distribution center signal sources. You've always got a pretty much constant supply to keep you entertained whilst you scan them. Wow, so much fun. You have to be kidding me. The random gods aren't being very kind, are they? There's another one right behind me. That's handy. Eccentric. Whoopee. I wonder if I spin round in a circle while scanning, if that will get me one. It'll get me dizzy. No, that didn't work, did it? Oh dear, oh dear. What can you do? Where's he going? There he goes. Come on, be lucky. I wonder if targeting a ship that high wakes will give you a better chance. No, it won't. Let's clear out some data. Atypical. Can no, not one. Discard all of them. I really don't want to do a keyboard slip on the data mined ones though. There'd probably be a few swear words if I did that. Come on, just one, and we'll crack on and have some fun in a buggy. Wow. It's all happening here, isn't it? Are we going to be lucky? Place your bets. Oh dear. There must be some very cruel people that work here, Frontier Developments, that force us to do this sort of thing. I mean, really? Not one yet. I've been streaming for 15 minutes. This is how we want to spend our days, isn't it, playing Elite? Not. And obviously I apologise for the method in which you get data mined wake exceptions and the length of the stream so far just scanning wakes, which currently have borne no fruit whatsoever after 15 minutes. Well, let me know what you think about this system down in the comments below. If you think this is really gameplay, my word, this is horrendous. Oh dear. See if we can get some useful data off the cargo ships. No, but they do tend to give you some decent data. I'm not even going to be lucky on that, am I? Where's the other one? I've already got him. What's he doing over there? He's moved. Hey, inconsistent shield soak analysis. They're quite hard to get hold of, so I got something out of it anyway. Right, let's hopefully get some data mined wake exceptions now. Of course, one successful collection of data will get you 3. Let's just check I'm not going to run out of data. I'll wait for a minute. Oh, for heaven's sake. It's ridiculous, don't you know? You can hear it now. That Nutters streams are really boring. Oh, wow. Amazing. So, been streaming 17 minutes now, and I have got how many? 0. Nil point. Numero 0. Still nothing. Ridiculous. All the fun of the fair. It is crazy though, because you can go slightly mad trying all different ways of scanning it and hopefully being successful, but it is completely random. I'm frustrated. Absolutely wake up there. Seriously, Frontier Developments. How long? That's atypical. Discard them all. In disgust. So if you have just joined, well, as hopefully the description of the video suggests, we're farming. We're trying to farm. Let's get it right. We're trying. I know, Commander. We're trying to farm disrupted wake echoes. Sorry, data mined, data mined wake exceptions. And after 19 minutes worth of streaming, we have managed to accumulate a grand total of 0. Um, as soon as we do manage to find one, of course, we will move on. And the next thing I'll do is show you how you can best find um, an arsenic supply. Um, that will be the next one. Just checking the stream 1 second. Yes, hello, Commander Tink. Um, we are, as I say, trying to show you how to get the materials. And as you've joined, I will just reiterate what I was saying around tips for getting our data mined wake exceptions. And essentially, what we've got is a ship. In this case, I've got a Imperial Courier. The reason being, it's fast, quick, and nimble, and I use it for doing all my data lugging around missions, getting arsenic, landing on planets, and all sorts. But the key thing is, I have a engineered wake scanner for doing this particular piece of data mining, um, which means that I can just sit here and scan without having to keep flying and chasing after all the different wakes that appear. And it's modified, and I get somewhere in the region of about 7.5 kilometers, as opposed to the standard 4 kilometers max. I think is the maximum one. So it does make scanning. I don't know. Sometimes maybe it makes it more tedious because I'm not actually doing it apart from sat in a circle scanning wakes. Maybe it'd be more fun if I actually had a 1 kilometer one and chased after them all, because this is quite monotonous doing this. But as soon as we pick up some data mine wake exceptions, we will move on, and I will show you where and how you can pick up the best sources of arsenic, or a good way to find arsenic um, by using an online database. And of course, if you do have any questions, feel free to ask them, and I'll give you any tips that you want to know about Elite Dangerous. Don't ask me too much about player versus player, but apart from that, I've got a fairly good knowledge of Elite Dangerous. And I'd be interested to know if you found a better way of finding data mine wake exceptions than what I'm doing right now, because oh my days. Redonkulous. Community goal station. Yes, that's probably an option. Um, I mean, I am getting a constant stream of wakes, probably almost um, enough to keep me constantly scanning here. So, and I'm not going to start filling my head with the thoughts that if I scan a player, a human player ship, I'm more likely to get one, because that's when you start going loopy. It's meant to be exactly the same random god um, or active god that gives you what you want, I believe. It's ridiculous. Um, I will have a look and see where the. I'm gonna run out of fuel sat here doing this. Um, I will check out the map and see whereabouts community goals are at the moment. I think they're all out in Colonial, aren't they? Let's have a look. Where are the community goals right now? One over there. What are we in map mode? Realistic. 446 light years. Really? There's no station out there. What are we on about? I guess I would have to be in a port to understand where they're dropping whatever it is they're getting from there. Um, I only want to pick up one more data mine wake exception anyway, and I want to go on to arsenic. But yes, what are we doing? It's an idea. I will try that if I get more success out of doing it outside of a community goal. Station, I will give it a go. Of course, they are also prime target for seal clubbers. Nothing stopping me doing it in my Pew Pew Anaconda, I guess, but I suppose that probably make me more of a target as well. Yeah, more scans per hour. as you can see, I'm pretty much constantly scanning as it is. It's just the random gods are not shining on me, and I need to empty my data again. Ridiculous. Right, typical. Can bin those. Anomalous FSD. Discard half of those. Right. Okay, let's carry on. It is bordering on the side of ridiculous that I haven't had data mine wake exception yet.
Incoming mission critical message.
Yeah, incoming missing critical message. Is it going to tell me where to get... No, salvage contract. It's not going to tell me where to get data mine wake exceptions, is it? Oh, really? This is crazy. Come on, this time, be lucky. If anyone wants to suggest any other tactics, such as jumping up and down whilst playing the game, or eating a banana, maybe spinning around, patting your head, rubbing your stomach, I don't know. It is kind of ridiculous. We will get there though, I'm sure. Let's be positive. The glass is half full. Really? Oh, someone remind me that I'm going to have to go and scoop off the sun in a minute before I run out of fuel trying to... It's nonsense. Wow. You can't make this stuff up, can you? Absolutely, are you being absolutely completely serious? I'm actually thinking of logging in and out. Well, I may need to, I need to go and get some fuel off that star in a moment. Wow. Yeah, nav beacon. I might, actually, I need to go and scoop off the sun. Should we see if we have any more joy off the nav beacon? But I've been told that data mine wake exceptions come from wakes. There's no specific special wake. However, I'm not feeling it. Right. Oh. Let's go to the star. Okay, we need fuel anyway. I'm with destination. Where's I think I'm going? Oh, I'm not going to a different system. No, I'm not going there. I'm going to my neighbouring star. Unlock. That's the point. I'm not even sure if the star I'm sat next to is scoopable. Oh, that would be funny. No, it's doing it again. What's it doing? I just said don't go there. What is going on? Unlock. Right, try again. A what? Hang on a minute. Am I going insane here? I just unlocked that as a destination. Right, hang on. That is bonkers. Am I? I'm not going mad, am I? Okay. Unlock destination. Destination is no longer locked. Right. Engage my phone ship. What are you doing? That is crazy. Alright, let's try selecting the star in map, see if that makes a difference. Oh my word, this game gets buggier by the day. Right, anyway, let's go get some fuel off the star. Yeah, the station idea may well work. I think we'll try the nav beacon. Hopefully I don't run out of fuel before I get to the star. Otherwise I'll be calling the fuel rats. Ah dear, oh dear. I actually did check, is this star scoopable? Yes, it's an M class, that's good. And of course these distribution centres are right next to planets, that's hence why I'm still stuck in the gravity at the moment to get myself going. Got the nav beacon in front of us, which we'll go and pay a visit to in a second. Just get some fuel. Really don't want to run out of fuel right now. Fill her up. I haven't got the most heat efficient of power plants on here, but right, it's got some fuel. Let's go and visit that nav beacon. Yes, I'm really not bothered about a bit of heat damage. Oh, really? You're going to make me do the loop of shame as well? It's just not cricket, is it? Right, let's see if this nav beacon gives us a data mine wake exception. They're ready to drop. In 3, 2, 1, 0. Right. Don't worry guys, I'm not carrying anything, so there's nothing to steal from me. Right, now I need to wait for high wakes. Which could prove interesting. So if you want to know about my build that I've got at the moment, get a star out of the way so you can see better. That's my engineered frameshift wake scanner. Gets me up to about 7.5 kilometers. I've got the 3A engineered dirty drive performance thrusters and then basic stuff. All of which just to help me get about and pick up stuff, go riding around on planet surfaces in a buggy, and goodness knows what else. I am not getting any wakes so far. Play with the native ships. fast, is he? Look at that red arrow. That's only we need to boost. Hey. Right, that's all very well and good. Yeah, that's how you boost, mate, like that. Right. Are those wakes? Let's have a look. Paul Dragonlord. No, it's a blank. That's a nav beacon. Oh dear. Sometimes you just want to hit the self-destruct button. Is that the way that we've already scanned? No, it's not. Wowee. Unbelievable. Should we just go and get some arsenic? Right, let's go into the galactic map. I feel like I've been defeated by the system. I really wanted to show you me game one, and it's ridiculous that I haven't got one. It's absolutely crazy. Um, what I will do, though, actually, is I will show you a website. Let's just pop this over there a minute and add a source. And I want to capture. What do I want to capture? In fact, I might be able to do it by doing this. And it's called the EDDB. Okay. Okay. There we go. It's come up. So what we're looking at here then. Let's get you on screen so you can see what you're doing. Is the online database. Um, and if I should be able to expand that, there we go. Which essentially allows you to search for a series, bodies, whatever. And I'm not sure will this work. I don't think I can do it in screen, but yeah, the web address is eddb.io, and that will get you a very useful site. So let's just move that out of the way at the moment, make that go away. What I will do is I will show you in a browser window. Hopefully this will work if I go back. That's BNC. There we go. Here we go. Now I should be able to show you a new source on the stream. Okay. Let's see if I can get the right one. Yeah, that should do the job. Let's see. Doesn't appear to be doing it so far. Let's just double check why that is. That should do it now, hopefully. It's not playing ball with me. Let's try. There's two there, which is interesting. Dear, come on. It doesn't appear to be playing ball with me right now. Interesting. Okay, anyway, I don't know why it's not showing up, but it allows you to search for systems, and I recommend you go there to go and find planets that have arsenic, or any other type of material, obviously. So, in the meantime, let's crack on and go and land on the planet and see what we find. As ever organised, that I am. So if I go to the galaxy map, the system in question, taken from the database, is not that. So go back to my source. I honestly don't know why my stream won't show me my browser page, but anyway, let's not worry about it at the moment. So first of all, I need to identify the system I'm in, which is EL, and I put that in the window. ELEGS. I also put in the element that I want, the material finder, in this case arsenic. I tell it to do a search, and I want somewhere relatively nearby with a high arsenic content, and let's see what we can find. That's interesting. I thought there was one a bit closer than that. It's forgotten my reference system. Let's try that again. ELEG. My bodies. There we go. Right, so it suggested this particular sector. Let's go to the galaxy map.
Scan detected.
That's the system it's recommended. 56 light years away. Fantastic. And I want body 2AA. So let's go there. Before we do that, let's just see if we can get any luck with that's a navigation beacon. Let's see if we can get a day in my wake. Here's something close. Nope. Come on, be lucky. Right, let's get out of here. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, so anyway, we're going to go on and find this arsenic planet. Well, we'll see how good the database is now, because I haven't been to this system before, so I'll have to do a scan when I get there. I don't know what's going on with this today, but it's definitely not playing ball with me, is it? Why is that not in my next route? Right. Getting a few bugs on this tonight, which is a bit interesting. Also not getting my data my wake exceptions either. I think it's been a little bit buggy of late. Don't know if anyone else has been experiencing the same sort of issues, or just general weirdness going on. So we're off to go and get some arsenic. See if we get any better luck there, eh? So we'll get in, we'll do a system scan. As you can see, I've not been here before, so we'll have to discover everything. So let's consult the database and see which planet I'm after. And it's 2AA. So we now go into the system map. So 2, second one along, AA, which would make it this planet here. So it's number 2, second planet out, A. Let's go and have a look. Oh, it's not far away from the. It's quite pretty being that close, actually. In fact, this is quite a nice looking little system as well. Should get some nice views from the planet's surface while we try and find our arsenic. There's a bonus. Oh, you're on the PS4, you think? Yeah, I've got a PS4 version as well. I've done some streams from it before now. This one's obviously on the PC, but I've just found it a little bit buggy of late. All sorts of weird things going on. I think I've got a detailed surface scan fitted. Yeah, yeah, good. There it is. So earn a little bit of coin while I do this as well. It also helps you confirm that that is in fact number 2, and then we want AA, so it'll be the moon orbiting this orbiting this moon, basically. As we move in for the landing, which is why I do like a fast ship, and obviously the enhanced drives on a courier makes it one of the fastest, not the fastest, but it's the most versatile and fastest in terms of the extra slots that you get for modules and ability to have a decent power plan. So what we'll do is let this scan finish. It's a bit of a potato planet, this one, isn't it? Nice and close too, in orbit. And we'll just check the system out, just check that it really does have, now what did it say it had in terms of resource? 2.8% arsenic on this planet. Let's see if it's true. 2.8%, which is quite high for arsenic. The highest you can get is 3%. So that's excellent. So it proves that the database works. So well done, the guys that are looking after the EDDB. So now what we want to do is we want to find a crater or something like that to land by. Now there's a very obvious one right there, isn't there? In fact, there's two. And I'm going to basically drive around the outside of the crater. That's the most likely place to find arsenic and the like. So I'll just land on the edge of the crater and just drive round. Try not to get sucked into driving too deep into craters, because you're better off just driving around the outside. First thing we need to do is put this thing on the ground. Which we will do. I know a lot of people try and steer by doing this sort of thing when you're in glide as well, but if you use the yaw, it's kind of more effective at steering than it is to try and steer the ship as if you were flying it. Some interesting things on the ground now. I think they're all probably weird shadows, but anyway, we're nearly there. Okay, bit of showboating. Right, let's get the landing gear down. It's quite bumpy actually around here. That should be alright. Okay, hunting we will go for some arsenic.
Drive assist on. Low gravity warning.
Okay. What is going on now? Hang on. Let's try that. There we go. I'll give you a little glance at my ship. So that's what I'm flying around in. Nice and fast. Plenty of modules for what you want, really. Small, nimble, quick. Quite a nice looking ship. Nice looking ship. Okay, well, we didn't come here to look at my ship, did we? No, we didn't. We came here to get arsenic. So, we want to find our edge of the crater, which I landed facing towards, didn't I? So it should be over this way. Low gravity for you. So you can see that's the big crater there anyway. So we want to be driving around the outside of that. And what we're ideally looking for in a scanner is blips towards the bottom of our scanner, ideally. A little bit further down than that really. Just change the direction and off we go. If you're on a low gravity planet and it's really bumpy, then you can do more flying and driving if you want. And you'll find it a little bit less tedious in terms of keep hitting rocks and so on. And as soon as I find the type of scanner noise that I'm after or image, I'll slow down and let you listen to it. So what we've got over there has got a potential. That large wide has a good potential for the rarer type elements. So we're just going to go this way. There we go. One thing I do like about this version is they have extended the range in which you can actually see these rocks and so on, which is always nice. Right, now we're after arsenic. Let's see what we got. No arsenic. Okay. I am low on nickel though, funny enough, so I will grab that. Open the cargo scoop, obviously. Right, well, we didn't get what we were after, which was arsenic, so we just continue our way around the crater. That rock would have hurt if I hit it. Whoa. Now then, I'm not entirely sure. What's that way? I'm still following the diameter of the crater, am I? I've lost the bearings now, that's not good, is it? According to that, that's facing that way. Should be that way, surely. Oh, even a small planet's big. Anyway, carry on looking for the signature we're after. And that is the crater there, isn't it? Still not found the signal I'm after yet, by the way. I'm not much luck with data or anything else. We will find it though. See, I don't want to go all the way down into the crater because it's just end up having to climb back out of it half the time. I want to drive around it. Oh, now that is more like the signature I want. Let's stop and listen. In actual fact, that's not what I want. It'll be a hissing noise when you hit the right one. They're not quite low enough down. Got some interesting obstacles on the scanner though. I think these will be outcrops. Let's go and have a look anyway. So like I say, if it's a low G planet, you can make more progress by flying rather than driving and avoiding things that's going to make your buggy get damaged. just right around here somewhere. There we go. Now, I am picking up the sound that I really do want to hear here as well, so I think we've come to the right spot. Right. I am picking up the sound that I don't want to hear, so let's show you that signal source. It's actually coming from over there as well, which is interesting. Now, I don't know if you can hear that type noise. That's the sound we want to hear. That's the one that gives us the rarer element. I did kind of hear it coming from that way as well. Not anymore. See, it's suggesting there's some over there as well. But now there isn't. Well, that's a bug for sure. Oh, this game is so buggy. Right, what I'm after is this way anyway. So here we go. And that's what we're after, the metallic meteorite. And that's the sound they make, so we'll just... Now they end up in clumps of 3 as well, so it's the best place to be. And I'll just quickly say hello to Nabil. Hi, thanks for tuning in. Right, so this is the sound you want to listen out for from the metallic meteorite. These are the ones that have the rarer items in. Obviously I'm right on top of it, so that's the noise you get. So anyway, let's shoot it, see what we get. Put some power into the weapons, of course. And we should get arsenic out of this, really. But look at that. Now you can see the other 2 metallic meteorites there as well. If we don't get arsenic out of any of these, I'll be really surprised. In terms of the other stuff, I think I'm alright for everything, really. And I don't really need it for any engineering that I want. So, no, that's sulfur. Just that one. So there's 2 more metallic meteorites there. Now come on then, let's get this arsenic going on today. Can I be really that unlucky? Ah, hooray! Not just 1, but 2 chunks of arsenic. We'll have that, thank you very much. Give me the arsenic. There's another one. Love that as well, thank you very much. That gives me 6 spins of the Engineer FSD range. Now there was one more metallic meteorite, I think it is in front of me. There it is. And again, that's that sound you need to listen out for. That's the goody ones. The same goes if you're after looking for things like polonium, which is one of your rare items for frame shift drive boost. 3 rocks. That's really. I'll grab that one just because I can. Right. So again, what we need to do now is find some more of those type meteorites. We know the sound they make now, so we just drive around and see if we can hear one. No. So I'm going to continue in this direction, get a bit of speed up and then do some more flying. And off we go. Nice little shadow there. Oh, just realised I've not got full. When you are flying, quick tip, make sure you got all your power in your engines, otherwise your boost won't last as long as it should do or needs to. And that can really catch you out if you're used to flying and you haven't got enough boost left. there's some interesting rocks around here. Let's see what we got. You never know. Let's have a look. Arsenic? No. Did the gold? Oh, actually, I love the nickel though, because I am low on nickel. Where's that going? There it is. Right. Let's have a look what we got in terms of signals. Go this way though. Best way to travel in a buggy is to fly when it's terrain like this. Right. What we got? I do want that nickel. I have the other one as well. That should have me enough nickel for a while. And I just need that for repair materials. Right, so go this way. My spidey senses tell me. Big rock. We don't want to hit that. Right. What? That's making that noise. Some sort of squeaky noise that I've never heard of before. Should we really go and investigate it? That's interesting. Bit of a texture issue going on there. Don't often see that. Wow, what's going on here? See what I mean? This game's got really quite buggy of late. What was going on there? Let's just put the handbrake on a minute.
Cargo suit retracted. Cargo suit deployed.
And I'm just intrigued at some of the bugs that are going on here. What's going on with the surface terrain here? Look. What's going on there? Strange. Now then, there was some weird noise coming from over there. I'm I'm tempted to go and have a look to see what that noise is. Anyone? What should I do? Should I go and see what that noise is coming from the scanner? It's kind of over in this direction somewhere. It's definitely not that moon it's picking up. Let's go and see. Right. I bet the noise disappears now.
Cargo suit retracted.
No, it's still making that noise. Right, well, I don't know about you, but I'm quite intrigued at that noise. I've not heard it before. It's probably a bug. Let's see what it is, shall we? stopped. Still getting it. Okay. Difficult, I can't hear it now. No. I'll do some sort of graceful touchdown. Yeah, bug. Typical. Can't hear the noise anymore now. Sideways for the team. Still going this way. Do we have arsenic? Do we as not, basically. You only said a rude word. Right, onwards and upwards. Oh yeah. Some weird noises again. It's probably a data beacon that way. They tend to attract materials too, so we're gonna have a look. Super launch. Cargo canisters. Probably scanning out skimmers as well, no doubt. Coming in for touchdown. Ooh. Right. One of my best landing. Oh, what was I now? Skimmers. Are they wanted though? Oh, they're lawless, so that's alright. So we see what they're protecting. I think I better get in the turret for this. Curse you, turret. Really? Oh dear, sort of controlled out. Seriously, not so good in the turret with that control mechanism. That's how you make a meal out of destroying some skimmers, blimey. Right, what are they actually protecting anyway? Gold. Oh, whoopie doop. I don't want to pick gold up. Bootleg liquor. Whoa. Nothing of interest for me here though, I'm afraid. Right, well, let's go before I pick up a silly fine. Right. What's next? We're still looking for our arsenic, aren't we? We have picked up quite a bit. In fact, let's see what materials we've got in a moment. Right, we've got 12 arsenic. We've got 18 data mined. So we really could do with a bit more arsenic. No, let's go and find some more arsenic. Get some power into those engines. Let's try this little crater in front of us and see if we can enjoy around there. Yes, Tinker, yeah, I was concentrating there, yeah. It does help to shoot the one you got locked. But my bindings for the turret aren't very good in terms of controlling it, as you might have noticed. Hence me struggling to shoot absolutely anything whatsoever. Interesting hole in the ground. Alright, let's take a look at this signal source and see what we get. Set up on past one. Show me the arsenic. Oh, I really don't need any more of that stuff. This way. Come on, let's have some arsenic. So you really do need those metallic meteorites, really. Enjoy this way. Oh, come on. Try this way. Come on. rock. Nearly. Arsenic! Oh, there we go. Oh, two. That's all I need. Two more. Lovely. I'll have some of that then.
Carpet seal deployed.
Down the hill. Right. Not sure how much carbon I've got actually. Materials. Wow, I am low on cardium. Cardium. I was reading two things at the same time. Right, let's pick it all up. So when you do all those quick upgrades on the engineers, you can soon run low on the common stuff. I need to know that I need carbon as well. Right, as we need carbon, let's go and crack another rock open. Let's go this way. Get me out of the credit crater at the same time. That's over there. Right, we got carbon. Huh, typical, no carbon, one of the most common elements. Oh, how I laughed. Show me the carbon. Oh, I don't believe it. Now carbon's gone rare, just because I looked. Ridiculous. Let's do one more rock. I don't know if you'll fly your buggies like I do when you're exploring the planet services. It does make life a bit easier. Where are we going? This way? I can't believe it. I'm not getting carbon now. Ah. Right, the pilot skills in the buggy aren't as good as they used to be. Carbon, come on. There we go. That'll do. Right, call my ship. And get out of here. Where's she gonna come in from, I wonder? Hello, ship? Is it gonna come back? Are we gonna be stuck on this planet forever? Okay, it's actually not funny anymore. Oh, here it comes. I've enjoyed a lot of bugs today. Right, where is it? Where are you going? Wow, all the way over there. Thanks. Is it gonna land? Gravity's shocking. Right, we landed. Okay. In from behind, of course. Right. Let's get aboard. Okay. Refresh this. Alrighty, so we're aboard our ship. Let's have a little looky outside, I think. So, you have to admit, it's quite a nice looking ship. It's great for getting about. Ooh, yeah, it's great for getting about. Um, yeah, very fast and nimble. Holds a buggy and a pilot. Bit of an ugly guy. Call him a nutter, you know. Anyway, that's my wake scanner there on top that you can see. My modified one. I can hear a ship. Where's he come from? Two ships. A patrol. All of a sudden randomly as soon as I get in my spaceship. Anyway, there she blows. So we can take off and get out of here. I can do that from the outside if you like. Let's swing it around a bit. There you go. And there we go. Raise the undercarriage for you. Will he scrape it? Will he scrape it? No, he's okay. Anyway, there you go. If you ever wonder where the fuel scoop is in his ship, you can just do this and there's the fuel scoop. Actually, no, it's a cargo scoop. What about fuel scoop? You can't even see those. Anyway, that's enough of that. Just get in the ship and get going. Right, now you've got to ask yourself where we're going to go. Nabil, yes, it is the Imperial Courier. It's been engineered a bit so it's pretty fast. And it is quite a pretty ship to look at, to be fair. Right. So what I could do with now, we have our arsenic. We have 18 arsenic. Fantastic. Data. 18 data mine wake exceptions. So that potentially gives us 18 rolls of the dice for the engineer. However, I believe they also need chemical manipulators, which we only have 12 of. But that'll do for now. Because what I have done, I believe, is I've sent the modules that I'm after over to a particular person that likes to do frame shift drive upgrades. Right, so I am going to go back to my main base, where you can see all my ships are. I'll do that now. Okay, shouldn't take too long. Oh, really? Okay. Unfortunately, we can't walk through a planet, so I wonder. Oh, it's 26 kilometers away. I'm not going back after that. Right, let's just lose my navigation point a second. What is wrong with this? I think they've made some changes because I've deselected that target. And then when I engage my frame shift drive, oh, that's because I've got a weight selected now. What is... Never mind. It's alright, it's just me being crazy. It's been playing up all day for me, this. I'm not going back for that high weight. Yo! I know I'm not going to be lucky. Sorry, there is a bit of a delay on the stream, obviously, so I don't see all your comments instantly. But thanks, Tink, but nah. I need actually some more chemical manipulators, really, which you can get from Dav's Hope. Now called, well, it's Dav's Hope's the signal source, but oh, I can't think of the name of it now. Hobbs, that's it. Hobbs Hope is changed to for some reason on the signpost. I have got a video about it, by the way. If you want to go and look at that video, I can tell you what it is. If I just have a look at my videos. Let's see. It's not that old actually. I did it on the PlayStation 4 as well. Let's have a look at my videos. It was called. It was called. It goes that far back, it doesn't actually show me. Let's have a look. I actually can't see it now. I'm sure it was called. Oh, there it is. It's a month ago, and it's called How to Farm Rare Data and Materials PS4. And on there, it will show you Dav's Hope, also known as Hobbs Hope, where you can go. All the details are in the video. You can go and collect your chemical manipulators and lots of other rare goods. And they keep respawning as well, so I highly recommend you have a check that video out. I also get stuck in the infrastructure, which is hilarious, so yeah, definitely go and watch that one. Right, anyway, we need to get warping away from here. I'll go and pick up probably my Explorer Conda so I can get to the engineer quickly. But I'm going to ship all my frame shift drives there because I'm going to show you how I do my frame shift drive upgrades. When you've technically, as a tip, when you've collated and collected enough materials to upgrade a particular module. Um, a lot of people just upgrade the module that's on their ship. Now, when you do an engineering, if you've gone to the effort of collecting all those really rare materials for grade 5 rolls, what I highly recommend you do is make sure that you've got more than one of the module that you're trying to upgrade at the engineer's base. Now, when I did my first round of FSDs, that's your frame shift drives, I made sure I had one of every size FSD, and I collected enough for about 100 rolls, um, something ridiculous like that. And when I was happy with a roll that I got, I loaded up another FSD and started rolling on that. So yeah, it's a good way of doing it, and I'm going to show you that in a second. Now, Nabil says, do you think we'll ever see Elite Dangerous on a VR for VR on a PS4? I don't know. See, the PS4 Pro might well be able to handle it, um, but the noises coming out of Frontier doesn't tend to give the impression that they're going to support it. And I've got my own ideas about why that might be. As you know, Xbox have brought out a new Xbox, currently labelled the most powerful console there is, which it is technically. Um, and I wonder, like Xbox got the exclusive on Elite. I don't know why I'm sat here looking at this star. I should really get going. Xbox got the exclusive on Elite, and the PS4 was held back for a year. So Microsoft had a year exclusive license on the Elite Dangerous, and I'm not sure how much Microsoft paid Frontier to do that, but I'm guessing it wasn't peanuts. Now, the PS4 Pro is powerful enough to do VR. It has a VR headset. Even the PS4 on its own has a VR headset as well. But I kind of got this feeling that we won't see VR on the PS4 Pro straight away. It won't be supported for Elite, but I think we probably will see it on the Xbox, the new Xbox. So yeah, there's a lot of politics that go on behind the scenes, isn't there? So who knows? I don't see any reason why the PS4 Pro couldn't handle VR Elite. Will we see it? Fingers crossed, but hopefully it's not being delayed by political or hidden agendas. That's what I think. Hi Capco, welcome to the live stream. We're just on the way back to Founders World to pick up my Explorer Conda and show you how I go about upgrading FSDs in this case. But it's a great technique for anything that you want to upgrade, especially on grade 5s with the rare stuff. Essentially what you do is you take at least 2 of the items that you want to upgrade, and instead of keep rolling on the one, slowly trying to improve it, you alternate between the 2. So basically you roll something really high on one. Let's say an FSD got a roll of 50%. Lovely. That's a good roll. So you want to beat 50%, don't you? And the chances are that you'll probably want more than one ship to have a good FSD drive. So rather than waste a roll on that 50% drive, load up the rubbish one that's not got any enhancements at all. And if you roll a 52, you've not lost anything. You've actually gained a second drive that's got a better range, rather than wasting that great 50 roll that you had and not applying it to another frame shift drive. I hope that makes sense. But essentially, anything you're trying to max out with the engineers, have 2 of. Alternate between the 2. When you're finished, you'll have 2 really good engineered modifications, and obviously you can go beyond that. I did every class of frame shift drive when I first did it. I had from the size 2 up to a size 8. I went through every single one with the engineer because I had enough materials to do it. So yeah, that's the way to do it really. Now, Tink, I don't know about Microsoft and the Xbox. I don't know if they do have a dedicated VR headset, do they? Um, I'd be highly surprised if Microsoft don't jump on the VR game. That would be a bad move, I think, on their part if they try to shun VR. Um, so yeah, I guess in a third party might do it, but they're going to have to be able to work with Microsoft. See, Microsoft might be working something on the background for VR, hence why they're not going to support it until they bring their own out. Can't think of any other companies that do that sort of thing. Well, maybe Apple with their dedicated products and chargers and so on. Right, so nearly at Jameson's Memorial, which is where all my ships are, and a majority of my modules. Um, Now, the good thing about taking a big ship to the engineer is that you can fit smaller class. In the case of frame shift drives, you can fit every size frame shift drive into a well, nearly all into an Anaconda, which I'm going to take. So you can put a 2A frame shift drive in an Anaconda and still engineer it. So it's a good way of getting through all the frame shift drives that you might own for the number of ships that you might own, and try not to waste all that time with an engineer. If you get a 50% roll on a frame shift drive, that's in terms of the optimizer, if you like, optimized roll, optimized mass. That's a good roll. You want to keep that frame shift drive, and if you feel lucky and want to do some more rolls, then get another one of the same class if that's what you're after, and carry on with that. Worst case scenario, yep, you'll end up with an equal, if not better, drive. Why waste it all on one drive? Who in their right mind would throw away a 50% roll drive? Because later on in the game, at some point, you're going to have more than one ship. Um, I've got quite a few ships at the moment. I could have a few more if I wanted to, but I'm more interested in ships with long jump range. I mean, this Korea's got a 37 light year jump range if I strip it down a little bit, but this is all I use just for going grabbing materials and data. Of course, the ultimate ship is the Anaconda for exploration in terms of jump range, but closely followed by the Diamondback Explorer. And that's what I'm up to at the moment. I'm going to max out as much as I can a Diamondback Explorer. And for that, I want to get some better rolls on the frame shift drive, hence why I'm coming here to sort that out. So let's get down. Well, a bit over the top there. A bit carried away. Swing down there. That'll do. Yes, I do fly like a bit of a nutter, don't I? So, Nabil, longest jump range. Well, my Anaconda, I can get 70 light years out of it. Well, a little bit over than that, but it's pointless because you can't really use it for exploring in terms of landing on it or anything else. So, let's just fix this up and go to the shipyard. I'll show you what I've got. The Anaconda. Oh no, stored ships. What are we doing? Dark Star 1. Alright, that's my Pew Pew ship. So the jump range on that Anaconda is only 28 light years, but my Explorer one is 67. And that has got, well, it's got all sorts on it. That corrosion resistant cargo, I should really take that off. I'll get more jump range because it actually weighs something. Planetary vehicle harness, shield generator, and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's quite well modded, but still it's practical. You can land on planets, you can deploy a buggy, but still have 67 light years, or 67.21. But I should look at removing the other stuff. But the ship that I'm here to mess about with is not the Asp Explorer, it's the Diamondback Explorer, which already is up to 59 light years, and I want to play around with that. But what size frame shift drive does it have? It's a 5A frame shift drive. So what I want to do is make sure that I've got a 5A frame shift drive over at the old engineer's base. I want to see if I get lucky with a roll. I won't probably. I've only got 18 rolls. There's not many at all. With maybe an Anaconda size frame shift drive. But no, I'm going to go with a uh, size 5. So let's get my long range Anaconda out. Whilst I'm now, see what difference taking those corrosive racks will make. So this is in the max jump Conda at the moment. You can see how far you can go by going to the functions tab. So as you can see at the moment it says 67.21 light years. In terms of internals, let's have a little look at that. I want to go here anyway because I need to shift some drives out. Okay. So yeah, for matter of interest, if you want to have a look, the Anaconda has no weapons. This is my Explorer one. My other Anaconda is a um, PvE ship, so yes, it does have lots of. See that four was disappeared there. I'm getting lots of bugs going on recently. Um, that has weapons, but obviously this you don't need weapons. If you've got an exploration ship, at what point do you ever think you're going to start taking on somebody in a ship that's fitted for nothing other than exploring your not eyes? It's absolutely pointless to have weapons. Absolutely pointless. Utility mounts, again, nothing. Don't need anything. Some people pack heat sinks for exploring. Why, I have no idea. Yes, they keep the ship cool, but you could never do enough damage to warrant a heat sink, especially when you've got a maintenance unit. So anyway, core internals, I run with a 2A power plant. It produces enough power to power my ship. 5D thrusters that have been obviously engineered, dirty drives, frame shift drive. This one is on. I've got a lovely roll there, 56%. Yeah, anything 50 and above is a damn good roll. Um, so, yep, there we go. Think you fit an emergency miner beam. Is that to try and pick up some materials for a jump? Is it? I guess. Yeah, you could do that. They don't weigh too much. Um, but I just try and play it safe when it comes to that. But yeah, you could put a mining laser on. Um, it's just run through the rest of these core internals though. My life support has been modified, and what you do with that is you reduce the weight. If we look at the modifications on that. So normally your life support is 8 tons in a ship this big. That's the 5D. The 5D life support is 8 tons. But if you look, you can engineer it down to mine. I got it down to 2.42 tons, and every little ounce makes a difference when you're trying to get your jump range. Also reduce the power draw. But anyway, Um, so there's that. Um, the power distributor, that's been engineered, I believe, probably for engines. Yeah. And engines only go up to 3. I don't know why. Um, I'm pretty certain. Let me just check. The highest engine focused blueprint is a size 3. Let me just check. Thrusters. No, not thrusters. What we're talking about again? Oh, the power distributor. Engine focus. Yes, the maximum is a grade 3, and the Dweller, Marco, Gwent, and Hiratani all do that grade 3 upgrade. But what that allows you to do is it allows you to boost because you get enough weapons capacity to carry on boosting. Now, some people don't bother with that, and to be honest, for the weight saving of a smaller power distributor, doesn't outweigh the ability to be able to boost. Because trust me, and I'm sure some of you have already experienced this before, um, when you've overjudged coming into land on a planet with quite high G, normally the only thing that's going to save you from going splat is pointing your nose to the sky and hitting boost. And if you're in a big ship like the Anaconda, then that little boost ability really does count for a lot. And so therefore, that's why I have a 5D power distributor, which I believe is the smallest you can go, engineered for engines to still have enough capacity power to give you a boost when you're in trouble. So that's the power distributor. Sensors, again, they've been modified for lightweight. Sensors are ridiculously heavy on the Anaconda. As you can see, originally these sensors weighed 64 tons. That's ridiculous. But I have managed to get a couple of good rolls, and I got it down to 13 tons. So that makes a big difference again on your jump range. And then finally, the fuel tank. Now, some people run with bigger fuel tanks and all sorts and extra fuel tanks. I don't. It affects all sorts. It affects the route plotter and everything because it goes on your maximum fuel capacity. And I'm happy with what I get from the Anaconda because you get 4 jumps on a full tank anyway without refueling. So there we go. Okay, optional internals though. I'm pretty sure these corrosive ones actually weigh something, don't they? Do they weigh anything? Or maybe they don't. Let's store one and see what happens. So I've got 67.21. No, didn't make any difference. Okay, so no, they don't weigh anything. Um, so anyway, yes, I've got my SRV, 3C bi-weave shield generator, which weighs 3.2 tons. Again, it's been modified for lightweight. Originally was 5 tons, now only 3. I expect I could get a better roll than that, but that's kind of what I got. Now, one thing I did notice, I did modify my detailed surface scanner. Um, the reason why I modified it was to get a longer range, so that I didn't have to fly for so long to get close to planets to scan them. Because the Anaconda, as you probably know, is a bit of a beast in terms of trying to turn it and move it and maneuver it. So um, to offset the fact that I don't have a much more nimble ship to go around scanning stuff, I extended the length of my surface scanner. But there is a side effect to that. It increases its weight, which I thought was really annoying, seeing as you're trying to do exploration, you want a long range. But anyway, there you go. But as you can see, that the scan multiplier I got there was well over 100%. So that's nearly triple, 2.5 times the distance of a normal scan. So it's quite handy. Obviously, if I remove all that stuff, I could probably get up to somewhere around about um, 70 light years, but it would be no good for exploring because I couldn't land on any planets to pick up materials. I wouldn't have any weapons. I wouldn't have any shields. and it'll be purely just a record-breaking jump ship, which I could probably do at some point, strip it all off. At the moment, I can't be bothered. Um, but in order to do all that, of course, you do need that really good roll on the frame shift drive, and this one is a 56 percenter. Right, so store modules. Let's get back on track. I want a 5A frame shift drive. I want two of them really. I think I've only got one here. Yeah, looks like I've only got one. I really want two 5A frame shift drives. Now, what's the easiest way I could do that? I could take my Diamondback Explorer and order that one across. Um, do I want to do that? Yeah, I could do, couldn't I? I could order that one across as well. Okay, so anyway, we want to go to Farseer. In actual fact, let's grab the Diamondback out of storage, because this is the one that I'm actually trying to, not the Scout. The Scout it doesn't have enough slots for exploring, so just ignore the Scout. But the Explorer, on the other hand, does have enough slots, so we'll grab that one out of storage. Now that one's... Why is the jump range on that so poor? Have I got more than one? What is going on with this game? I don't understand why that's got such a short jump range. I'm pretty confident I had a modified. That's got a 5E in it. What's going on? What driver is my Imperial Courier got? Oh, I'm not looking at stored ships. I thought I was going absolutely bonkers. Right. That's the trouble when you've got a lot of ships. I thought I was actually looking at my ships, but I'm actually looking at the shipyard. Oh dear, oh dear. Right. So yeah, not the Scout. I can't believe I was looking at the wrong one. So there we go. Frame shift drive there. 54 up to 50, 59 light years, but I think I can get some better rolls on that, so I'm going to get that one out of storage. And for the price, which is absolutely peanuts, this ship. I just want to check out fitting. And see what we're carrying. Okay, fuel scoop, da da da, 3D. That needs obviously lighting as well. But anyway, core internal is a modified frame shift drive, which is on currently 48%. Now, I know I can get 50%, 56% rolls, so I could be looking at over 60 light years with this if I, with a buggy, if I can get a good roll. And obviously the life support needs lightning and all sorts. So let's get to Felicity. Felicity is over here, I believe. And here she is. So I'll plot a route to there. And with my lovely jump range, it's not going to take long. 2 jumps. Right, let's launch. Now, I've not done anything major with this Diamond Back Explorer at the moment. I'm just using it to get the frame shift drive where I want it to be.
Landing restraints lifted. Maintain correct lane on exit.
I can't even boost, so I need to sort that out as well. So my capacitor needs doing. Right.
Clear of the station. Have a safe
So
journey.
anyway, 2 jumps and we'll be there. ISB Cartel 99. Let's tune in. We're engineering frame shift drives tonight. And we're going to see what we can do with this Diving Back Explorer. For the price, I'm quite impressed. For the jump range on this, it's the only second to the Anaconda for jump range, which is quite amazing. Currently we're rocking 59.96 light years. Well, we definitely got to get it above 60, haven't we? Come on, let's face it. The Bill, my favourite exploration ship is the Anaconda. The reason being, obviously, the range, and I frequently have discussions around the range argument, and mainly the main response I get is, what does it matter about range? You can explore without having that massive jump range, and it's all about rushing to Sagittarius A and yada yada, get somewhere quick. It's not got anything to do with that, because the sort of exploring I do takes me to places that are really far out of reach, and every light year makes a massive difference about where you can get to in the galaxy. And I like to go to the extreme areas. So my favourite um, exploration ship at the moment is the Anaconda. Until something comes out that can jump further, it probably always will be. Um, I have got some places marked that I want to go that I couldn't quite reach, even though I had a 67 light year range, um, and even with Jumponium, which is your frame shift boost, which if you don't know the game, basically you can come here and do a frame shift injection, and a premium one, as you can see there. Let's get some more niobium, but will give you 100% boost. So if you've got 67 light year um, range drive, you basically double that. So you're talking, what, 67, so that's what, 134 light years in one jump, um, which can get you to some really interesting places in the galaxy. But sometimes, even when you've got a jump range that far, you still can't get to where I want to go. So yeah, it's not about how quickly you get somewhere, it's more about getting to these strange and wonderful places that are hard to reach. That's the sort of exploration I like to do. There are some nebula that currently are labelled as unreachable, but you can get damn close if you really strip every last bone and seat belt from your ship. You can almost reach them, and that's what I want to try and do. And hopefully with the Thargoid technology that's coming into the game, we might actually get some better distance in our ships, and then I'll be straight out to these hard to reach places. SB Cartel, how's it going? Yes, it's going good. I'm fine, thank you very much. And 47 light years on your ARSP. Fantastic. Um, Now, of course, I don't know how you got that set up, but you obviously can go a lot further than that in an ASP with engineering. I don't know if you've got access to engineers, but they're a great commodity if you can get to them to extend your range. Of course, it doesn't matter so much about range, depending on the sort of exploration you want to do. I mean, if you're going to go exploring around the core of the galaxy without going anywhere, any extremities, then yeah, it doesn't matter about jump range really. You can go pretty much anywhere you want in the core with 27 light years jump range. But like I say, you want to get to the interesting places, the faraway places, jump range is quite important. Well, actually, I'll go as far as to say it's absolutely mandatory um, to get to the faraway places. I mean, for example, everyone talks about Beagle Point um, being really far away and difficult to reach, and you need long jump range for. Um, Someone was at Beagle Point in a T9. So I think that says a lot really about jump range and about the sort of exploration I like to do. Because Beagle Point is considered to be, extreme exploration. And it is, it's a hell of a long distance away. But you can still reach it in a ship like a T9, which probably had a jump range with jumponium of about, probably at best, 60 light years, 50 light years. In fact, I think it was something like 55 light years you needed range. But the sort of places that I like to go, you need a much longer range than that. Like I say, there was one place that I was trying to reach. It was a giant supermassive star in the galaxy that we've got, and I was 2 light years short of being able to reach it. So you can imagine that was quite frustrating. And as in the game at the moment, there is no way to measure the distance between two stars on the galaxy map. I was essentially stuck in the situation of having to fly there to see if I could reach. And then when I finally did, I discovered that I was 2 light years short of the mark. Really frustrating. So, Frontier Developments, if you're listening, please give us a way to measure the distance between stars. It would be great. Of course, you have to be at the star in question at the moment to measure the next distance. As that star was 3,000 light years away, it was impossible to do without actually flying 3,000 light years to measure the distance. So yeah, slightly frustrating. That's an understatement. To go all that way and not be able to reach your target.
Access
Oh,
granted.
I got to
Proceed to
sort out not
landing
having a
tag
boost as well.
01.
That's that's a bit weird not having, and frustrating not having boost. And that means I need to engineer my capacitor because I have a lightweight capacitor on it at the moment. So it needs to be engineered for engine focus. It's rather dark here, isn't it? Put the lights on, not they make much difference. I've always wanted brighter lights on the ships. I don't know about you guys and girls. Brighter lights, please. Come on. It's the future. Right.
Touchdown complete. Engaging ship restraints. Your arrival has been noted.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go into outfitting. Because I need to order that other 5A frame shift drive. I don't think it should take too long. So, stored modules. It's have a 5A frame shift drive. How long is it going to take? 21 minutes. Right, I've got that ordered. So I'll do a couple of rolls, but really, you see, I've got a 4A frame shift drive transfer to this station. Any of my frame shift drives that I've got in stock, I want them at this station really. Actually, just thinking about it, I might be able to fast track a frame shift drive. Let's go to browse shop. Oh, come on, seriously, you don't have a 5A? Is there any way I can store the one I've got? Maybe they have got a 5A. Oh no, because it was so already fitted, wouldn't it? I can't believe Felicity doesn't have a 5A frame shift drive in stock. What's all that about? What is all it bit? Wow. Okay. So if she doesn't have one in stock, I'll just have to wait for that one to be delivered. Oh, that's rather frustrating. Okay. Right. Let's go into engineering anyway. So, power plant sensors, surface scanners. We want FSD. So, increased FSD range is the one we're after. So we've got enough for 12 rolls at the moment. Optimize mass. Let's have a look. So you're going to be struggling to get a higher roll than that really, and although I'm only on a 48%er. Should we give it a roll anyway? Come on then, let's do it. See if we can get lucky. Probably won't be. Come on. Shocking. Shockingly poor. Well, everything very nice, apart from the stat that we're really interested in, which is the optimized mass. So we have to just try again. And I don't like doing this without wasting time on the drive when I could be doing this with a fresh drive, if that makes sense. But I'll do one more roll. I just feel like I waste my engineering materials doing it like this. Are we going to get a nice little bonus or not? Nope. Try one more time. Shockingly poor. Then we're going to get a 10% bonus. It's a lottery, isn't it? Right. So let's discard that for the moment. Because I don't want to modify the one that I've got. Now my engines, I believe, are already modified. Are they? Well, I can't do any dirty tuning anyway. Wow, what are we low on? Special legacy firmware. Interesting. Okay, so in terms of modules, bottom is it? 17 minutes for my frame shift drives to arrive. So while I'm here, I'll just double check. I think Felicity only does grade 5. Let's just double check. Yeah, she only does grade 5 FSD, had she done something else, then I would have gone to my modules and ordered them to this engineer's base so that I can modify them, ones that aren't modified anyway. But she does not. So what I want to do now, I've got 17 minutes to kill, and my capacitor isn't putting out enough power for me to boost. It is in fact a 2D, and it's not putting out enough power. So in terms of my engineers that do power capacitors, we want the Dweller, Marco Gwent, or Henritani. So let's go to engineers. So let's see, the Dweller, he does it. The Dweller, there he is. He is 145 light years away. Marco Gwent, 124 light years away. And Heritani? Heritani. Ah, there she is. 230. Ugh, I'm not going that far. So Marco Gwent is, what, 3 jumps away. Okay, so in terms of materials though, for engine focused, I need, go to my materials, so I need, well, starting with data actually, anomalous bulk scan, I have 12 of, so that's good. I need chromium, oh, please have some chromium because I've just been, okay, I got 4, that might give me a decent roll. And I also need electromechanical arrays, which I'm pretty confident I have. Really? I don't have? Oh dear. Well, let's put a dampener on that then. The best that I would be able to manage then would be conductive components and sulfur. Conductive components I have, and sulfur I have. Do I have sulfur? 8. I can't believe I don't have any electromechanical arrays. Where do I normally get those from? Ships. And they're normally found in degraded emissions and anarchy systems. Okay, so my little plan to upgrade my power capacitor is not going too well because that sounds like a lot of ball ache, essentially. Hey Tink, yeah, good night, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one, maybe. So, see, I am loath to run any more. Can I scan that from his? Oh no, I haven't got my scanner anymore. That'd be hilarious. I'm loath to do any more engineer roles on my FSD that I already have because it's quite a good FSD and I just feel like I'm wasting it until I get a good role. And I'd rather have 2 good FSDs rather than 1 and no other secondary ones for my other ships with a really rubbish statistics because I've just wasted them all on 1 drive. So with that said, I could, in fact, do you know what? I probably could have flown back, picked up another frame shift drive and flown um, and stored and flown back again and actually brought it here myself rather than wait for it to arrive. But that would mean that I would lose my jump range that I currently have to go back. Ah, what a complete pain. I wish I could send modules from one station to another rather than have to go to a station to order them. as I believe that that module is still going to be probably about 10 minutes away. Let's have a look. Core internal. Oh, no, 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 I don't want that. I want stored modules. I've got one on order, and it's going to take another 11 minutes. Oh, my word. For both the 5 and the 4. What a pain. Oh, there's a decent power distributor there. Just looking to see if I've got any stored decent power distributors. Well, that one's a decent one, but probably a bit over the top for this. 70 would need 32 large. And I wish as well that you could order your stored modules by type. Wouldn't that make sense as well? But, you know, no way to order them. Sorting and ordering, basic stuff really. So, we've got 11 minutes before my module arrives. What can we do in the meantime? Should we talk about the galaxy map? And I've shown a number of places before in the galaxy, but as you can see up here, I've got some places marked, for example. And the reason why I'm doing all this messing about with frame shift drives is because I like to get as high as I can in the galaxy. Take this place here, for example. That is a big star. Yep. Now, the only problem is, it is 2,548 light years up from the galactic plane. And when you look around, there are no other stars remotely close to. I don't know how much further I can go out before I lose it. No stars. And the reason why I need a long jump range is to try and get to these hard to reach places. I've marked it there because hopefully at some point our technology will improve on our frame shift drives and we can actually get to places like this. You can see the stars start to appear round about here. That's 1,000 light years up, and that star that I was just looking at was a lot higher than that. So I hope you get the idea about why it is I try to reach some of these extreme places. We can zip over to here. This is the highest nebula in the galaxy. Quite happy to show you it. It doesn't always appear on the galaxy map. It's that high. It's quite buggy. If I deselect it and go over here or something, it'll probably disappear. Again, this game's been playing me up. See, I need to go there. I haven't been there yet. Look at that. I'm sure someone else has, but it's the planetary nebula. Looks really nice. Lots of places I need to get on and explore. And that's why I need a decent jump range ship. Now you can see now that that nebula has disappeared. This is the highest nebula in the game. And I have been here. I've left. Let's click on that one for example. I don't know if someone's already tagged the rest of it, but I like to leave stuff for other people. And look, that one still hasn't been explored, so you can still go and tag a star in that particular nebula. So Runcible Spoon's been here as well, but thank you Runcible, he's actually left stuff for people to scan too. And they've got GLYVE, whatever that is, Glive, and Whitman, he's been out here too. But they still have left these 2 stars. Now I guess the reason why they've done that is because they're really, really far away. But If you want to tag a star in a system where it's got the highest nebula in our galaxy, according to the galactic plane, you still can. And that's what I like to do. I like to leave stuff for other people to scan. Um, Someone's saying I'm quiet, am I? I can always change that and make myself a little bit louder. Thank you for letting me know. Let's have a look on my stream software and see how loud it says I am. Yeah, oh, that definitely should be better, I think. So yeah, thanks for letting me know. Your mum dabs, whatever that means. The James Bron and Vision thing. Thanks for the let me know that I might be a little bit quiet. Um, okay, so anyway, that's why I do all this frame shift drive and exploring is to get to these extreme places in our galaxy, and there are a lot more that I want to go to. There are some that I don't think I'll ever reach. This is another big star. Um, 6,000 light years. That can't be right. Oh, yeah, actually it is. Yeah. It's alright. I thought I'd gone to the other side of the map for the moment. This is a nice big star. There's also a black hole, um, but you'll see that this one is 5,313 light years up above the galactic plane. And if you look down there, that's Sol and where I am, essentially. We zoom out so you can get a perspective about how high this up is in the galaxy. Yeah, and now you'll probably start to understand why every ounce of jump range is important to me to get to somewhere like that in the galaxy. But let's face it, I don't think I'll ever get this high in the galaxy unless we get some Thargoid technology that allows us to go to any star that we can see. Because you're going to need a frame shift drive that's probably going to be capable of somewhere in the region of about 4,000 light years to reach that. That's insane. Okay, vision thing. That it's cheers. Well, good. Hopefully, I'm a lot clearer now. Anyway. But yeah, so the galaxy map, what can I say? It's a great place to explore. You can find places that you want to go and look at. I mean, I've got places marked all over the place that I want to try and get to, but I can't currently with the frame shift drive that I currently have. And that's why I try and improve it. Who doesn't want to go and check this baby out, for instance? Hmm? But currently can't reach it. And I want to reach it. I need to make my frame shift drive get me there. Okay, but right now there's no way to get in that. But I've marked it there for future reference, and you're welcome to mark it there as well because it's all about getting there. If you get your name on it first, all well and good to you. But right now, unreachable, and that's the sort of exploring I like to do. Obviously, Sagittarius A. If you haven't been there yet, you really need to go there in the game. Um, it gives you an idea of how big it is when you see that the black hole is huge, absolutely massive. In fact, I could show it on the map. That's how big the black hole is. It's hard to see it on the star background, but that is massive for a black hole. In fact, it is 516,000 solar masses. I would have thought it'd been bigger than that. But anyway, that's still a lot of stars in one star, better known as a black hole. Zulu Romeo, the first guy there. And he took the other one as well. He got a massive payout for that as well. Anyway, right, let's go back to outfit and see if that module has arrived. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So ask me anything for 2 minutes, and hope that module will be here and we can get on and carry on trying to get a good roll. on our frameshift drive, which currently is giving us 59.96 light years. And I want it to be more than that because I want to have a 60 light year capable Diamondback Explorer. I will be able to make it jump further as well because I haven't done anything with all the other types of things that you need to upgrade, such as the sensors. I should be able to reduce the weight of the sensors by at least a ton. Um, and the same goes for life support. Saving 2 tons in weight will make a massive difference to such a small ship like this. So yeah, it's going to be amazing. And the bill says scientists have discovered a thin stretch of stars linking the Milky Way to the closest galaxy that we see in the map. Well, I think you might be talking about Andromeda, which is another galaxy. But the gas that surrounds each galaxy expands very, very, very. Oh, what's the word? Extends much further than the viewable galaxy. And a number of experts, I don't know if you know this, but the Andromeda galaxy is due to hit our galaxy in a few billion years' time. Um, but in actual fact, because this gas around the galaxy extends so far, Andromeda's gas and our gas from our Milky Way have already started interacting. So vision things therein on the stretch of stars linking the Milky Way to the closest galaxy. I take it you are on about Andromeda, are you? The closest galaxy? Or were you talking about the metallic clouds? Anyway, yeah, I do love all of that stuff. I'm not an expert by any means, but I do love all the space stuff. Funny enough, playing a game that tries to replicate our galaxy. Who would have thought? Right, come on. Where's my freight shift drive? Is it here yet? Oh, 1 minute. Come on. Come on. So the idea is what we're going to do. Whilst we're just waiting that 1 minute, I currently have a modified frame shift drive. Okay, and it's got a modifier of 48.7%. I know that you can get up to and maybe a little bit more than 56%. Um, so why waste good rolls on a drive that's already quite good? I mean, I could end up with 2 drives that are at 48%. So I've got another drive so that I can upgrade that as well. That means I can have 2 ships without having to keep taking out drives and swapping them over, blah blah blah, with good drives. So I need to achieve on this other drive that's on its in transit now, at least 1561.3, okay, of optimized mass, without going into the technicalities of the way you drive and everything else, but at least that. Okay, so I can do the rolls on that fresh, clean drive that hasn't been modified yet, and therefore, at worst case scenario, if I can't get a roll above 48%, I still have got a decent drive that's been upgraded as well. And I really hope that makes sense to everybody. Um, so, let's hopefully install that drive now. I don't want to browse the shop. Install modules. It should be at the top of it's arrived. Oh, you're joking. It's still not arrived. You have to be kidding me. Oh, come on. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. You'd think it'd be here by now. Come on. There it is. Hooray. 5A. Transfer to ship. Transfer. Now what I'm... That should store my 5A frame shift drive here. does say store. Good. Yes, it is stored. It always scares me that because I think I'm going to lose the drive. Yeah, Magnetic Cloud Galaxy, that's the one. Ablative. Or ablative. I hope I pronounced that right. Okay, and we're talking about the closest kind of galaxy, but I believe the big one's Andromeda that's on a collision course with us at some point in the distant future. Right, should we get back to the engineer then and do something with this frame shift drive that's currently given us 40 light years? Let's go. So hopefully this will now make sense as to why we do all this. I'm going to just look in this right hand panel and go to functions, and it will tell me what my maximum jump range is. And as you will see, currently it's 40.84 light years. And the whole point of doing this exercise is to increase that jump range by engineering it. And that's what we're going to do now. And once we've optimized that jump drive, we'll then move on to the other modules. Yeah, ablative in terms of the, I don't know how you pronounce it properly. I call them metallic clouds for some strange reason, but I mean Magellanic clouds. There are at least two that are kind of orbiting our galaxy, um, and they're globular galaxies or something like that. Like I say, I'm no expert, but I do like to get involved in it to a certain extent. Right then, let's get to the engineer and see what we can do with these drives. So it's good to check to see what your current range is. 40.84. Right. So we want increased frame shift drive range level 5, and it's this baby optimized mass. Now, if you was on the stream earlier or watching this back, you'll remember that my Anaconda has got a frame shift drive which is at 56%. So you can actually go over 50%. And that's when you know you've got a damn good roll. And so, fingers crossed, let's see what we can do with this one. And view cost and generate. Fingers crossed, spin the wheel. 46. Now that's kind of close to what my other drive is. I'm going to apply it. My other drive is on 48, but like I say, you can get up to, well, my Anaconda frame shift drive is up to 56%, so I know we can definitely do better than that. But I'll apply that because it's better than what it was stock. So we were on, what was it, 40 something light years? Let's have a look now. 58.14 just from that one roll. So yeah, I don't know what the maximum percentage is. Is it 56%? Um, I'd be interested to know. I mean, if I got like a 57% roll, I'd be like over the moon. Um, anyway, let's have another roll on this one. It's like being in a casino, this, isn't it? Right, place your bets. There we go. I will be needing to get some more chemical manipulators to carry on with this, but oh my word, that is shockingly poor. Nope, we're not even going to apply that. That is a lot worse, worse than what we already have, so we'll just try again. Cool, we want to get it up here. I'd be happy with 50% to be honest. No, still not getting up there, is it? Come on, are we going to get a modifier to boost it right up? All the things that I don't want enhanced. Crazy. Right, we'll try again. That's no good. Shocking. So again, no improvement. We still haven't improved over the other drive yet. So you can see where I was talking about though, not wasting your rolls on a drive that's already pretty good. You might as well get a fresh clean one and try and get a better roll using that. That way you end up with two good drives, or any other mod that you're trying to do, such as a weight scanner or whatever. That way you're not really wasting all of your rolls. Um, and Ablative says this is virtually impossible to get through. Believe me, I know it's. I must have done about 100 rolls to get my 56% on my Anaconda. I was chuffed with it though, and it did afford me a nice decent jump range. But even still, it's a ball ache collecting materials. Oh come on, it's just awful, that isn't it? Come on. I bet if this was a gun, we'd be getting way over the max, you know, because it's all about the pew pew. Yep, we're just going to discard that. 4 rolls left. I'm going to have to be going off to Dav's Hope for some more chemical manipulators at this rate. Come on, get up there. Ugh, it just doesn't want to go, does it? Nope. Try again. 3 rolls left in my wagon. Oh, that's positive. Can we get a modifier to increase it further? Come on. Okay, well it's better than what we had, and also the drive is lighter. So let's just see what that 1% increase on the modifier and the 1% less in mass makes to our jump range. So before I apply it, let's have a look. We've got 58.14. Let's apply it. 58.49. So not massive. Bearing in mind that the other drive that we've got in stock at the moment does 59.9. So we're still looking for a decent roll really. But as in true form, with my luck and the random generator gods, it's extremely difficult to get a decent roll. Here we go then. 2 rolls left. No, that is absolutely awful. Alright, so someone actually managed to get a 57.4% roll. Wow, that is amazing. So you can actually get above 56% as well. That's very interesting to know, Ablative. Thanks for the info. Yeah, and 20% on the module mass, yeah, but which isn't going to get me anywhere near with that. So I think we've got one last roll, and then it's off for chemical manipulators at Dav's Hope. Come on then, here we go. Oh my god, that's awful. That is awful. So there you go. The thing is that I haven't lost the decent drive and wasted all these rolls on a drive. I've got a drive that's improved. It's a spare one that I can use, but I certainly won't be using that roll. Um, so there you go. We're out of rolls and we need chemical manipulators. And where do we get chemical manipulators from? Well, you can blow up cargo ships, or you can just go to Dav's Hope and just keep scooping them up until you've got enough. And I believe I've got that bookmarked. Or have I called it Bob's Hope now because it's been renamed? pretty sure I've got it bookmarked somewhere. That's strange. Is it not in alphabetical order? No, it's not, is it? Sort it out. Worlds collide. That's a great place to go if you want to see two planets collide. It won't happen again though for about another half a year. That's real time. I did do a video on it though. That's what I think's the Thargoid home. But what we're looking for is Dav's Hope. I'm pretty sure I had it booked. Rock Crane, that's a place. I can go to it if you want. Look. Rock Crane, this system, which unfortunately for people that aren't explorers is 41,000 light years away, has a moon orbiting. Obviously, as you can see, I discovered it. But look, I've left things for people to tag. You can come back and tag this place. Look, but oh, that's the Rockway one there. Obviously, I've tagged this one because it's important. But you still can come to the system and tag it. Look, I've left places. I like to do that. Apparently, no one else has been here though. Terrible shame. But this moon here has an orbit period of 0.8 days. It actually intersects with the ring, so you end up with the it ends up with the rings of the gas giant going through the planet, so you can land on the planet, and you basically get rock raining down on you. It's the only one I've found, and it's pretty amazing. I've got some screenshots of it. I haven't got them to hand right now, but anyway, there's another place. But no, I'm distracted. I'm trying to find Bob's Hope, Dav's Hope, Bob's Hope. Why isn't it bookmarked? I'm sure I've got it bookmarked. Let's just zoom out. Find it by location to where we are in the old bubble. It's kind of where are we? Let's just get to the system near here a minute. It's not that far away. Oh, that's frustrating. I could have sworn I had it bookmarked. Brilliant. Well, that is bizarre. I'm certain I had that bookmarked. I've been experiencing so many bugs with this game of late, though. Right, anyway, I did a video on it, so I can just go to my video library and find the video I did, which was called How to Farm Rare Data, which I did on the PS4. Pause the stream. It was Hades Sector DRV C2-23. Let's put that in here. I should have it bookmarked. I don't understand why it's not bookmarked, but we're going to find it right now. There it is, bookmarked. Hades Sector. Okay, so it's not bookmarked under Hades Sector. So what in the blazes is it booked under? No local bookmark. Are you kidding me? This game has got more bugs than that. I totally had that bookmarked properly. What's the bookmark name? Delete. I can't bloody rename it though, can I? What was the bookmark? I don't see anything there that says materials. Have I called it materials? No, that is ridiculous. I can't even find the bookmark name. That is crazy. Anyway, not to worry. Right, let's get back in here. It's only 250 light years away, so it won't take me long to get there. And I can show you something. If only I had an SRV, but that's all right, we'll fix that. And it's planet A5. So, planet A5. That's A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it actually showing? No, it will when I jump into it, though. That's bazonkers. I've run out of bookmarks as well. That's why it does that, by the way, if you're wondering. So, as I've run out of bookmarks, I can delete a bookmark that's not really doing a lot. Just making sure that I don't lose something that I do want. Why I put that bookmark? What's special about that? I've not been there yet, so I suppose I need to go and explore it. I've marked it for some reason. I can't remember why. I don't really need Beagle Point marked right now. Let's just delete that. Doing the hey, edit. I don't want to edit. I said can. Beagle Point. Delete. Delete. Right. I can search for that, so I don't need to have that bookmark anymore. Right. Let's get back to where we are. Sorry if this is a bit painful to watch at the moment. Just struggling with the interface that we have. Now that's not the sector that I wanted anymore. Wow. Right, Planet 5. Hang on, I've just freed up a bookmark. It's still saying I can't bookmark it. Crazy. Right. Anyway, in order to go and get the stuff that I need though, I do need I do need to go and, I'll tell you what, I'll just go and jump in my Anaconda because it's ready to go. So I just need to go back to Genera Desidera. No, I don't want to go there, I want to go back to there.
Ship restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
Interesting little ship.
Disengaging automated flight control routine. Safe travels, Commander.
So this is what I want to make into a little short-term explorer anyway, is this thing here, but what we're doing right now is to try and sort out some decent engineer mods. Okay, can we jump? Oh, go for that. fire groups. Seriously? Frame ship, wait. Ah, there's stuff that shouldn't be on this ship. I don't know what. Oh, that's hilarious. All that just to do a scan of the system. This ship's really not configured well, is it? At the moment? Oh, that's hilarious. Anyway, right, let's sort out our priorities for a second. So what do we want to take? Frame ship. Why is that even installed? It's ridiculous. That's what's taking all the power. Right, let's crack on with where we're going. Still safety cooldown. I have no idea why await scanners on this ship. I don't even remember putting it on there. Oh, get on with it. Hilarious. I don't actually. No, I don't need to engineer my power plant. I need to engineer my capacitor. Okay. Put some power in the shields before it does my head in. Right, let's go and pick up a decent ship, shall we? I'll grab my Anaconda and then we'll go to Dav's Hope, or the other name that it's been renamed to. And I'll show you get your chemical manipulators. And then I'll call it quits for tonight, I think. That's it, Hobbs Hope is the other name. I was just trying to think of it then. Yeah, but in terms of being able to boost, it's my my power capacitor that I need to fix. It needs an engine focus mod, and then it will give me enough power to boost, but still staying nice and lightweight. Power plant is all about just power. It doesn't actually change the capacity of your bits and pieces. So, something else that's worth mentioning whilst I do this, I like to give out tips when I'm doing this. As you'll see, at the moment, if I was smuggling, this would be the best way to approach Jameson's Memorial. What I want to do is, if you can see the little icon in the bottom left there, if I come around this way, which generally all station entrances point towards the planet that they orbit in, roughly, not directly, but roughly. But as you can see, as I maneuver around, if I come out of warp now, I'll be basically facing the entrance. So if I'm smuggling, just go cool running, and jobs are good really, which is quite important, especially if you're in a big slow slip ship. So I'm just getting it all lined up. I'm pretty much on target. I could have done it better, but I'm just trying to give you an idea. Oh, I can't boost. I'll be so glad to put this ship away for a moment. I need to optimise it.
Bravo Lima Oscar, please submit a standard docking request before attempting to land.
But essentially, get the idea. I've been flying around in my courier for so long, I'm used to boosting and flying around at ridiculous speeds. Whereas this currently isn't doing anything like that at all. Even the drives aren't modified yet.
Access authorized. Cleared for landing on pad 44.
44. In before the scan. Oh, no, I don't say take off. Okay. It's there. I was expecting it to be at the front. need some thruster mods on this. It's weird flying ships that haven't been modified on thrusters. They fly like a bag of smelly stuff. Right, let's starport services. Let's get Dora out.
Greetings, Commander.
Yeah, when you go to exploring, you don't need a frameshift weight scanner, so there's kind of pointless having one on the ship, really. Let's go to the shipyard. I'm going to get Dora out. That's my Pew Pew Dark Star. Dora. Now, she should have my vehicle hangar. Yes, she does. Right, let's get that out then. Right, now we'll go to Dav's Hope. And I'll show you how you can get all those materials that we need. In this case, we're after our chemical manipulators. Just check I've got an SRB. Yep. Okay. Let's go to the galaxy map. I don't understand what's going on with the bookmark here. Right, I'm sorry it's a pain to actually watch. It's probably crucifying, but I don't see one called Hades. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Yes, I do. Oh, damn. I need to rename that, don't I? Right. Let's call it, no, yeah, engineer. I'll call it, let's call it what I know it to be. Dav's Hope. Right. Save that. Then I'll always remember it. Really? How long does it take to save a name? What? Oh, glory, glory. Wow, there you go. There's a bug to report. I really do think there should be more bookmarks available anyway. Um, yeah, I believe if I've got my Imperial Courier for doing data mine wake exceptions. Alright, P. So we're back in the game. Right, let's stop trying to worry about the bookmarks because it's seriously being a pain in the backside at the moment. Did it even store it as Davs? Or did it just crash? No, it totally crashed. Wow. Right, we'll push past the bookmark bug and just go here. It's Planet 5. I've been here before, so it will automatically show me the location of it. And the coordinates are on my other video on how to farm materials, which I did about a month ago on the PS4, if you want the coordinates, of which you will see as soon as we get there. It's going to take 4 jumps. I'll be there in no time. And I don't need to worry about refueling this beast because it sucks up fuel from stars like it was going out of fashion. Don't fly in front of me! Wow. Right. Let's get going. So, we're going to go to Dav's Hope. Yeah, we definitely need bookmarks. We need a way to put them in a folder structure, sort them, arrange them. For heaven's sake, it's just like a bag of bones at the moment. It's like going it, dipping your hand in a lucky dip. Wow. So you're currently with me aboard my Deep Space Explorer called Dora. And as you can see, it doesn't take long to fill the tanks up. And the jump range on this baby is 67.21 light years, fully kitted for exploring. So there we go. So I don't know if any of you watching the stream have heard of Dav's Hope. But it's a great source for rare data and rare materials and manufactured items. Yeah, 67 light years on Dora. Obviously, if I removed the shields and the buggy and the hangar and everything, then it'd probably do like 70 odd light years, 71 maybe. But it's not too shabby. Obviously, if you strip it right down, it's no good for exploring because you can't go and land on planets, get materials, all that sort of stuff. And I've just got this natural habit to scan every system, like explorer mode, because I'm in Dora. So here we go. Now, when we get here, it should highlight it. I've tried to bookmark it, but I saw the game crashed. But you'll see the coordinates when I land. Yes, ablative. Yes, you can modify the 4A drives. I've not done that yet. I am considering it. But I don't think there's a difference in weight gain, though, is there? Or is there? I don't think there's a lot in it. But it's something I want to do. I absolutely want to get all the materials necessary to absolutely maximise the heck out of everything. Anyway, it's planet 5 that I want. Now, when I get close to this planet, you should see, hopefully, there should be a bookmark already. There it is. See, it's called Dav's Hope still. But when we get down there, you'll see that it's actually been renamed. And so let's see what we can get. Oh, come on. Is it the Dip of Shame or the Loop of Shame? Come on. Play ball. It's the Dip of Shame, not the Loop. That's alright then, it's not so bad. So another braking technique that I use in Super Cruise. If I looked out to see where the planet has gone. Right. Okay. Oh, brilliant. We're coming on to head on. So I just want to make sure that we don't have to do any crazy Oh, it's the other side of the planet. Come on. This game's been really cruel to me today. Hardly any data mine wake exceptions. Rubbish rolls of the engineer. Flying V of shame. Yes, indeed. Oh well, hopefully I can make up for it with a decent landing and some awesome buggy skills. So, Dav's Hope. the first time you come here, it won't be signposted like this. You have to visit it first. So make a note of the coordinates when I land. I mean, the features that it's near are quite. It's quite busy around here. What's all the traffic for? Vipers, vultures, cobras. Wow. Well, this is going to be a long glide, isn't it? But yeah, the first time you come here, it's not marked, so you have to visit it, scan the data beacons, and then next time you come back, it'll always be marked. And this is where you come for your rare materials and data items that you can get from the beacon. So this is going to be a rather slow glide in, but it is what it is. That is a big mountain. Maybe we should do some sort of community event to climb that mountain in a buggy. It's huge. That's, that's got to be a good, what, 15 kilometers tall? Could be fun. Getting a buggy on the top of that peak. Right. Let's get a look outside of Dora whilst we're doing this. This is Dora. It's got the gold paint job. Recently serviced after the last exploration ship, so as you can see, the paint is not that chipped really. I do like it when they look all rugged and worn, but after my last exploration trip, it's still looking pretty pristine, which is a bit annoying. I like it looking weathered. It's got a ship kit on it as well, just to make it look pretty. But that's Dora, with all that lovely boost capability as well. Right, let's crack on. So you'll notice that this point of interest says Dav's Hope. The signpost says something entirely different. Whoa. Okay, let's park up. So, as you can see, that signpost says Hobbs Hope, and the nav bar says Dav's Hope. So whose is it? Who's hoping? I don't know what's going on there. Someone needs to fix that. It's a bit silly. Oh, there we go. That'll do. Right, let's get in the buggy. Okay. So that's Dora parked up. Nice ship. Nice bit of parking, really, I think there. So anyway, what goes on here? You'll probably, what is that rolling out there already? Heat conduction wiring. I really don't need any of that. I've got loads of that, I'm sure. Yeah, 12. I've got plenty of that. But there are much rarer items to be found here. Oh yes. Starting. Oh, don't get near these buildings. You can get stuck in these buildings, by the way. Um, But what we want here... Oh, we're doing turrets, don't we? I might have parked a little bit too close. Because I can't... Oh, come on. This is such a pain. I wish they'd stop this. Okay, I could just about manage to scan it. Because my ship's so close, it doesn't let me scan the stuff. It's a pain in the ass. So what we got? Specialized ugly firmware. So this is where you get your rare data from, is this data point. Okay, not the best example. It's the cracked industrial firmware and stuff that people like to grab out of that, which you can get from this data point. But it's not just that. If we drive around now, open the cargo scoop, and we just drive around the outside of the base. The first time to this base, it's a good idea. Phase alloys don't need any of those. You need to scan the data points really, so it remembers where Dav's Hope is. Shield emitters don't need those. That's my ship. Don't want my ship. Data point there somewhere. There it is. You meant to scan all these. Um, anyway, I've already scanned all these. Apart from that one, apparently. It's bizarre. I've experienced a lot of bugs recently with this. That scan should fail. I don't know what's going on with this game. I've already scanned all these, so it shouldn't actually be doing that. Anyway, this is all the rare materials. Now, I'm after chemical manipulators for my FSD upgrades. And listed around the base, anyhow, conductive ceramics are worth having anyway, are all of these types of rare materials. Now the good thing about this base is that they keep, those are worth having as well actually. Chemical distillery, no, really don't need that. But I'll have the good conductors components. Just re-logging will get these items to respawn. So I've not found any chemical manipulators yet. Well, that's fine, because what we do is we get back around to our starting point, which is roughly here. Okay, good spot. And we just relog and just go back. I'm in solo play at the moment. So start, just go back into solo play and everything will respawn again. Yeah, in terms of what materials I've got at the moment, in terms of rare stuff, conductive components, I am confident I've got quite a lot of those. Oh, 4. Okay. Maybe I should pick up some more of those then. I've been doing lots of upgrades of some weird stuff at the moment, and I've got quite a bit of storage space, so why not? Anyway, let's scan the data point. I'm guessing it's not scanning because I'm too close. Can I get in my turret? Oh, I can. Good. Right. See if we can get some decent data items that are rare. What do we get this time? A nice little selection of stuff, but not the classified. Yeah. Anyway, you do get them. It's potluck, obviously random. But what we want is chemical manipulators. Let's see what we've got this time round. High density composites, don't want those. Compound shielding, don't want that. Electromechanical array, actually I do want some of those. Let's open the cargo scoop. Help. Mechanical components, I also need some of those, because I ran out of those frustratingly earlier. Conductive components. Grab some of those as well, as I only had 3 left. There's some more there. What's that? Fun. I really don't need any of those flawed focus crystals, but I do want some more of those. Mechanical components, pick up some more of those. Right. What I really want is my... No, I don't want a chemical one still here, but I picked it up now. I want... Now, just so you know, this building here, just be careful because that's the one you tend to get stuck in. So avoid it like the plague if you can. Mechanical equipment. Alright, grab that. Still no chemical manipulators though, and I really do need those. Stop stirring the turret, it's so frustrating. So it's a case of relogging again. Straight back in. And hopefully the random gods will shine on us. Because you never know what you're going to get. So they say. Oh. Please, why did they even invent that stupid parameter where you can't scan or get your turret out so close to the ship? Anyway. What we got? Oh my god, that's another poor roll of the random gods. Which seems to be all that I've... Don't want those, really. Chemical shield and sensors, don't want those. This game has been really cruel to me tonight. For everything that I possibly wanted. I love those conductive polymers. If I just open my cargo. It's cute. Cute. I've got enough of those now. Come on, chemical manipulators. What? Can it be that hard? I don't want heat veins, got plenty of those. Why is this game so cruel to me at times? Other conductive ceramics. Galvanizing alloys, I think I've got plenty of those, but what the heck? Let's pick some up. Don't want any of those. Over there. Heat, no, don't want that. Just checking if it's rolled down the hill that I'm after. No, it hasn't. Wow! This is ridiculous. Right, one more relog, and then I think I'm going to end the stream because my luck tonight has been absolutely atrocious at finding anything that I want. The random gods have been, well, quite frankly, taking the mickey. Okay, let's see if we can get lucky. Decent data. What happened there? What? Hang on a minute, don't tell me my data's full. No, it's not. Why did that scan stop? Is my module stalled? Oh, this game is being so weird recently, I have no idea why. New data? Well, that's a surprise. Encoded unusual encrypted files. How can I be finding new data after all this time? That is a bit strange. Must be some new data items they've added with the Fargoids. Strange. Okay. Right. Anyway, it's not data I want, it's chemical manipulators. I haven't been out shooting any Thargoids yet, so not really got any plans to either. I don't know what you guys think about that on the live stream. With all these missions to go and shoot the Thargoids. who, from everything that I've seen of them, have not done anything aggressive to the humans. There's lots of reports saying that they have, but I've not witnessed anything. Um, there's always the aftermath, but never ever a sign of aggression from them. Yes, they do get pissed off if you get really close, but apart from that, they don't seem to attack humans. Yeah, everybody's going, oh, the Thargoids are evil. Chemical distillery, loads of those. Come on. So yeah, and of course we've got the new version, variant of the Thargoids now, who are a lot tougher. Um, and so far, the only times, what we got there, showing the sensors. The only time that I've seen any of them been taken down is by, like, we're talking 10 or 12 human players all working together to try and take them down. And that's just one. And of course, there are the occasions where 3 of them turn up. I don't want to be taking on 3 of them. A vision thing, Thargy lover. Well, I'm not a Thargy lover. It's just that I've not seen them do anything to hurt the humans. Um, it does frustrate me that the only thing that we can do with them at the moment is shoot them. We haven't got any tools to do anything else with them. Um, and they're not aggressive. Um, so yeah, oh, it's done that again. What is wrong with it? Oh, that's weird. So yeah, no, Thargoids, I've not seen them do anything nasty to us. Oh, there you go, classified scan databanks, SCDs. No, it's cracked industrial firmware that I'm expecting to get from this, is what I'm expecting. That's the rare one that everyone's after. And I've still not had it yet. My random gods have been, well, they've not been playing ball at all tonight. I'm after chemical manipulators here. I'm getting every other rare item apart from chemical manipulators. Oh, that's just ridiculous. No, don't want that. So this can be getting quite boring to watch. If you've got any questions you want to ask me about anything or my opinion, I'm very opinionated, so really. Um, is that chemical manipulators I see there? Wow, I actually got what I'm after. Right, we'll pick those up then. Yeah, the random gods have been really, really. Oh, those hybrid capacitors are quite handy too. I like some of them. But yeah, I've not seen the Thargoids doing anything. I believe it's a whole massive conspiracy to set us against the Thargoids, when in actual fact it's got nothing to do with them, what's been happening with the megaships being destroyed and attacked and so on. There's the Inra people that managed to reproduce all the Thargoid weaponry, um, and then they disappeared. And then just after they disappeared, oh, all of a sudden, our ships are being attacked by Thargoids, but there's no video evidence. It's all reports and audio. Um, and you'd think if the Thargoids were that aggressive that they'd be attacking everybody, but nope, not once has anyone seen any aggression that wasn't warranted. You know, because obviously shooting somebody, you're going to expect them to get upset, aren't you? Or getting in their face, you're going to expect someone to get upset. And that's the only time the Thargoids do. So, oh yeah, there's definitely a conspiracy going on. I've still not shot it a Thargoid, by the way, so that makes me a Thargy lover, I guess. I've not had reason to. They've not attacked me, so why would I? Right, let's spin the Wheel of Fortune. What are we going to get? I'm guessing I'm going to have to back off a bit because I parked my ship too close. I'm tempted to move my ship, but it's a lot of hassle just. Come on, cracked industrial firmware. Nope. What is all that about? Right, I want some more chemical manipulators anyway. Nope, don't want them. Oh my word. Chemical manipulators on the next time round. Don't mind if I do. Thank you, game, for actually giving me stuff that I want. Oh, they're quite nice to have too. But my main thing is that phase alloys. I'm really bothered about those. Is the old chemical manipulators to get my frameshift drive sorted. And I'm really intrigued to hear that you can get up to 57% roll from the engineers on that. Actually, I do want some of those. So yeah, if I could get a 57% roll on a drive, I would be really happy. If you have just joined the stream, I'm just collecting materials from Dav's Hope or Hobbs Hope, depending on what you want to call it. I'm going to do one more round trip, and then I think I'll probably leave it there. Maybe nip back to the engineer and see if I can get a couple of decent rolls on the drive. Start all play. So there are 12 crazy people watching my boring stream at the moment, which is amazing. If you've got any questions about Elite, then feel free to ask. I will gladly answer any questions you might have whilst we're live. Still no cracked industrial firmware from the data point. What is all that about? Nearly fill up on data as well. And I've got only 6 more data might make exceptions that I could use for engineering. Okay, let's do one more round trip to see what we got. Chemical manipulators. Chemical manipulators is what I'm after. Oh, actually, I do want some more of those. Fine focus crystals. Actually, I want some of those. I think you get up to, I think there's about 30 rare data items and material items that you can get from here. So it's a great place to come. They constantly respawn. Obviously, I don't want those, but I want those. It's completely random on what you get, of course. Random. So there we have it. That's probably enough for one night. What we can do though is have a bit of fun in the third-person camera. a bit of fun here. So here we are. This is it. Apparently, Hobbs Hope, but the signal point is Dav's Hope. But what I can do now is have a bit of fun, maybe. Um, that's still attached to the vehicle, which is not what I wanted. What I actually wanted to do, can't remember the. That's it, it's detached the camera. That's more like it. So now we can have a bit of fun with my buggy. Unfortunately, because my ship is so close, I can't do any boosting. So let's page down. So it goes a bit silly. Right. Just catch it down. There we go. Right. Now we can have a little bit of fun. Do silly things like that. Great parking. Now I can't see where they go. Where am I? Line on my side. Oh, no, we want that one now. Wow, the fun you can have in an SRV. But what I was trying to do is obviously it's just some silly messing about. On the screen. Hilarious. Right, I think that's enough of that tomfoolery. Um, Also, just interested to see actually what materials is on this planet. Niobium and polonium, and oh, lots of jumponium basically. Polonium, niobium, cadmium, uranium, and chromium all can be used for jumping long distances, so that's handy to know too. Right, I'm going to call it a day on this stream. I need to stay here and pick up some more chemical manipulators. I don't want to stream me just trying to collect those. So, thanks for watching this one. I'll do another one once I've got the materials that I need and the drives that I need to continue engineering my Diamondback Explorer. I hope to get it up to 62 light years with a buggy. So stick around, you never know, I might actually achieve it. So thanks for watching. Um, Abbreviative. Don't forget, Sandy's on Elite Dangerous channel tomorrow talking about crime and punishment. Oh, well, I'll be checking in and listening to that one. And yes, I'm sure the SDC people will be objecting to all the changes because it'll be only bad for them. Anyway, this is me signing out for tonight. You've been watching Bloody Nutter trying to do some FSD upgrade and engineering, and watching me fail at being lucky with the random gods of Elite Dangerous. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this, you want to see more, please subscribe. It'd be great. And I will do some proper content that's not live and well scripted as opposed to my live rumblings and mumblings. Right. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you out in the black sometime soon, maybe. Au revoir.